truck drivers learn to live with silence. Hours pass with nothing but the sound of tires on asphalt and an engine humming steadily through the dark. For most people, that kind of quiet would be unbearable. For him, it was routine. Until one night on a stretch of highway that seemed to go on forever, the silence changed, and the road stopped feeling empty. Welcome to our channel. Tonight's stories are true accounts of strange encounters, eerie moments, and things people still struggle to explain. If you enjoy real horror, paranormal stories, and unexplained events, make sure to subscribe. New tales arrive every week. Now, dim the lights, put on your headphones, and let's begin. He had been driving long-haul routes for more than a decade. In that time, he had crossed deserts that shimmered under moonlight, mountain passes buried in snow, and highways so straight they felt unreal. He knew fatigue well, the way it blurred the edges of things, the way shadows could trick tired eyes. That knowledge is what kept him calm in the beginning. Because when something felt wrong that night, his first instinct was not fear. It was denial. Just after midnight, his truck rolled across the state line into Nevada. There was no traffic, no glow of distant cities. Even the radio had gone quiet, cycling endlessly through static before he shut it off. The road ahead was swallowed by darkness beyond the reach of his headlights. At first, everything felt normal, then the pressure set in, not on his chest, but in the air, inside the cab, as if the space around him had grown smaller without him noticing. He cracked the window, letting cold, desert air rush inside. The wind carried no sound with it. That should have been impossible. Truck drivers check their mirrors constantly. It becomes automatic. Left mirror, right mirror, rear view. At first, they showed nothing unusual. Empty road. White lines disappearing into darkness. Then the darkness behind the truck began to feel wrong. Not darker, deeper, as though the road behind him was stretching into something thicker than night. He told himself it was just another trick of exhaustion. That explanation had worked before. Several miles later, something appeared at the edge of the headlights. It wasn't standing in the road. It stood just beyond it, on the shoulder, tall, still. At first glance, it could have been a signpost or debris, but it had shape, a vertical outline that suggested shoulders and a head. He eased his foot off the accelerator, eyes fixed forward. As the truck passed, he resisted the urge to turn his head. Instead, he checked the mirror. The shape was still there, unmoving. Watching the truck disappear down the highway, he exhaled slowly and laughed under his breath. Fatigue made the mind desperate for meaning. It filled in gaps where there were none. He turned the radio back on. Static filled the cab. No stations, no voices. He turned it off again. The silence returned. But now it felt deliberate. 10 minutes later, he checked the mirrors again and felt his stomach tighten. The road behind him no longer looked right. The painted lines seemed closer together, as if distance itself was compressing. Then something moved. Not suddenly, not quickly. Walking. Keeping pace with the truck just outside the headlights, not running, not falling behind. Matching speed. He pressed the accelerator. The engine responded immediately. The thing behind him did not change its pace. That was the moment the fear set in, because it became clear that whatever was out there was not chasing the truck. It was accompanying it. The CB radio crackled once, just a single burst. Then sound came through. Breathing. Slow. Measured. Human. He slammed the radio off. The breathing stopped, but the silence that followed felt closer than before. When the rest stoplights appeared, relief flooded through him. He pulled in quickly, tires crunching over gravel. The lot was empty. No other trucks. No cars. One flickering light illuminated the bathroom building. He stayed inside the cab, doors locked, mirrors scanning. Nothing moved. But the pressure did not fade. It felt as if something stood just beyond the reach of the lights, waiting. After several minutes, he made a decision he would later regret. He stepped out of the truck. The desert night was silent. No wind, no insects. Then he heard footsteps behind him, slow, unhurried. He did not turn around. He didn't need to. The air grew thick, heavy against his skin, and then a voice spoke. Not threatening, not loud, simply curious. "Why did you stop?" He ran. The cab door slammed shut behind him. The engine roared to life. The truck surged forward. He didn't look at the mirrors again. He drove until the sky began to lighten, and only then did the pressure fade. By morning, everything looked normal. The road, the mirrors, the distance. But he knew better. Because some nights, when the highway is empty, he still feels it, and he never stops. Truck drivers learn the road. But sometimes, the road learns them too, and when it does, it doesn't let go easily. Because some stories only follow you after midnight.